Welcome
our
back.
channel. Welcome back to Four Journeys. Thank you for supporting us. We've been getting a lot of support and we appreciate it. But welcome back to our channel. This is episode 5. Episode 5.
Episode 5.
Yes, and we're just going to have a little girl talk this episode. We're missing Danitra.
We're missing Danitra.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today will be Girls Talk with Stephanie and Valentine, which is going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Valentine. Girl Talk.
Girl Talk.
Episode 5.
Episode 5.
Please subscribe.
Yes. Subscribe to our TikTok at 4Journeys4 and to our YouTube channel at 4Journeys. Journeys is JOURNIES.
Yes, good job, Stephanie.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so today in our episode, we're going to be doing Girls Talk, and I got 2 things. So we're going to be talking, we're going to be getting deep. You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
And we're going to see how much we know each other. Are we really strangers?
We'll see. I don't think so.
I
I don't think so.
Okay, so let's draw a card.
Okay.
So you want to do the icebreaker, deeper? Which
You
one
choose. You go first. I'm
Okay.
close my eyes.
I'm going to go with reflection.
Okay. So
Okay.
You kind of going to mid deep?
I'm going kind of deep.
Okay.
Level 3.
Okay.
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 What am I most qualified to give advice about?
This is about you?
Yes.
I would say you are most qualified in my lifespan with you. I would say relationships and how to keep going. I don't know. You're very encouraging.
Okay.
So you're very qualified to give advice on if somebody's at a down spot in life or a tough spot, you're very good at uplifting that person.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You're very good at uplifting.
I don't know how I'm good at relationships.
You're good at giving. You learn from experience.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you learn.
I've had enough of it.
You learn. You've learned from your experiences, so you are good at giving advice on that.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
My turn?
Yeah, your turn. What are you doing?
I'm going to do an icebreaker.
Okay.
Go to the beach or hang by the pool?
Go to the beach.
I'm going to say go to the beach, too.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a sand.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the sand and the sunlight and the salt water.
Yeah.
I don't like the chlorine so much. And it makes you dry when you get out.
Yeah.
So I would much prefer have
Me too.
the salt.
Me too.
The sand.
Me too.
Okay.
Resort me, please.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, we're on the same page there.
Same
okay.
page.
I want to go here though.
Okay.
I want to. No, I'm going to do. Let's go deeper.
Okay.
Let's go deeper.
Okay.
Did you ever not follow your own advice? What did you do?
Did I ever not follow my own advice?
Like, you know how we have that instinct. You know how they say that as women, we have that gut, that our gut is usually 99% right. Is there ever been a time in your life where you went against that grain? You win.
I'll put y'all in my business a little bit, but not too much. I ain't gonna put y'all in my
Come on and
business
give
too
it
much.
to me.
I would say it would be when I was in my 20s.
Okay.
And in my 20s, I just had this woman's intuition, about my spouse. I ain't gonna go too deep now. I ain't gonna get y'all in my business too much, but just a little bit.
Give it to us, Stephanie.
And my intuition was right about a lot of things, and I just kind of ignored it and found out I was right like years later, which was like a gut punch, because when you don't follow those instincts and you wait so long, it kind of makes you feel like wasted time, and you're upset with yourself. You'd be like, dang, man, like I knew this. Why didn't I? And then you want to try to fit, well, since I knew then, now I'm going to respond now to what I didn't respond to then, but it's not fair. So
I was going to say that. Is that fair?
No, it's not fair.
It's not fair.
No.
Okay.
But
let me see. Is there something that I would have to say? My gut instinct told me that the person that I was hanging around was not a friend by the things that she was doing. But I didn't want to believe it. And so what ended up happening was she ended up doing something really shady. And it was, like you said, it was like a kick in my face because I knew better.
Yeah.
I knew I should have followed it.
Yeah.
I should have turned her loose. I should have let her go.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Yeah.
So it comes back to kind of bite you in your butt.
Yeah. Why do you think we do things like that?
We want to see the best in people. We want to hope that because we're giving everything that we have, that we're giving our best, that they're giving their best back to us. So we allow them too much grace.
Yeah.
I love that word. I use that word all the time now.
I love that word.
We allow them too much grace.
Yeah.
Thinking that they're going to do the right thing by us, and they don't.
Yeah. So, since this podcast is all about taking things away from our journeys so that you can learn from it, when do you think it's a good time to say enough is enough? Like, when is it a good time to your grace, we're gonna end this grace, and I'm just gonna give you on to the good Lord and let him deal with you how he gonna deal with you. But my grace has when is a good time to just,
when my trust is broken, when you have put me in a position where I no longer trust you, I have to go.
Okay.
Because I think that once my trust is broken, and I'm a Capricorn, so I love hard, and I don't think I'm able to get up fully after my trust is broken.
Yeah.
So I think that's where stop it. Like, I cut you off.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
When do you think yours is? When do you let go?
I think, just like you, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. So now I'm in a stage where I'm trying to figure out, when does that grace have to stop?
Right.
Because everybody deserves a second chance and everybody's growing and learning.
Right.
So I'm at a place now where I'm paying more attention to people and trying to understand, is this just an issue that you're just always going to have? Or you're growing, you're just kind of having your hiccups, but you're on a steady flow of growing, or you just kind of saying you're growing, or I want to do this again and then stop and do it again. So I'm kind of figuring that out. When is my cutoff spot?
Okay.
I'm figuring it out.
You haven't really got there yet.
No, because as I'm growing, I realized, there were so many times where I needed grace, and if I wouldn't have gotten a second chance, dang, when I really was doing better, or, I really was doing what I said I was going to do, and to think if this person didn't give me a chance, dang, they would have really stung. So I'm trying to figure out, when is a good time to cut someone off, just paying more attention to them.
Do you think it's fair that because they gave you a second chance, that you give them a second chance? Is that why you do it? Do you think like, let's say, for example, just me. If I'm giving everything I have and I kiss a guy, and then I'm forgiven, but then he goes out and sleeps with somebody else, am I supposed to forgive him because he forgave me?
I think it's hard. I feel like I'm being I want to say it really depends on the it. It depends on the it.
I got it.
It depends on the it.
Okay.
If it's a it where it's like, you know, I mean, there is some it's there's no coming back from. I think it depends on that it that's being done.
Okay.
That where I'm like, it's I can stand it. If it's to where I can't stand and I can't manage it, and just like you said, like, hey, I can't come back up from this, then it's cut off. But I think it's also, it depends on what it is, on what I'll allow grace to.
Okay. That's fair. I can live with that. Draw a card.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to go here.
Okay.
What is a lesson you will take away from our conversation?
I will say one of the lessons that I learned from you is the go-getting.
Mm-hmm.
You never set and allow it to come to you. You always doing something to improve yourself. You're always doing things that better benefits you. I remember when we were working together, and you were like, I'm going to school, I'm going to get my coders, or I'm going to school and do something else. And then, you know, it's just, you're never sitting idle.
Okay.
Okay.
Pick a card.
Okay. I don't know why I love this. I think it's because it's red. What answer of mine made you light up?
There was a dark time that I went through.
Okay.
And when I finally told you about it, you saying to me, Stephanie, I knew something was going on with you, and you praying for me. That was a feel-good moment for me, because for one, I've prayed for God to send people into my life that can be that type of friend, like where if I go through a dark time, can still love me through a dark time, because everybody goes through dark times, and not everybody's able to handle people when they go through their dark times. For me, when I go through a dark time, I can get distant. Mm-hmm. And me being distant never stopped you from for calling me, reaching out to me, anything, inviting me to places with you. Like when I came to your birthday dinner, it didn't stop that. And you don't know how much I needed to know that there was somebody that even during that dark time, because during dark times you feel like you don't have anybody. Mm-hmm. So during that dark time, to have you call me, invite me to your birthday dinner, and not just point out the obvious, you know, but to be there, that was like a feel-good moment. And I don't want to talk about it too much because I might cry.
I have such a good one.
Okay.
That lit me up.
Okay.
I'm so excited. Okay. When you asked me to your baptism.
Oh.
Oh my God. I was so happy. That made me light up. I was like, oh my God. I can't believe she chose me. I just, to me, it was everything. It was everything that I actually got to witness your baptism. Yeah. Like, you chose me. Yeah. So I just seeing them dunk you in the water and then you came back. I was like, oh my God, this is yay! So I was super, super psyched about that. So thank you.
Thank you for coming. You encouraged me to do it, and during that dark time, I just kept hearing your voice saying, you need to get baptized. You need to get baptized. You need to get baptized.
Stephanie, I was so proud of you.
I know.
I was. Like, I could have put you in my pocket. I know where I was going to take you, but I could have put you in my pocket.
You ran up to me. You got all wet.
I did. Mm-hmm. I was so proud of you. That was the best day outside of watching my kids being baptized, you know. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
And you're moving closer to God.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. What is a disclaimer you ignore?
A disclaimer that I ignore. I tell you one.
What?
So I was talking to this guy, and he kept telling me that he was not ready for a relationship. Is that not a disclaimer? Is that a disclaimer?
Loud and clear.
And for some reason, I thought that I could change his mind.
You just ain't met me yet.
Yeah. Don't we do that? Don't we do that though?
You just ain't met me yet. Oh, he ain't had nobody like
He
me
ain't kissed
before.
me yet.
Yeah, he ain't kissed me yet. He must ain't seen me in the dress.
That is so true. And I really thought, honest to God, I thought that I could change his mind. And I ended up getting my feelings hurt, but it was because of me.
Yeah.
Because what he said,
Yeah.
he said it.
Yeah.
He wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting my feelings hurt because he stood by that.
Yeah.
Tell me one.
Let's see. You know how they say smoking weed messes with your mind?
Don't do drugs.
I mean, with caution.
Oh, do they say? I thought it was your mom and dad tells you not to do drugs, Stephanie. That's the disclaimer.
Yeah,
Don't do drugs.
Some things
You look past.
you know.
You got high? How high?
And it did mess with my mind. It did mess with my mind.
Were you seeing green people?
I wasn't seeing green people, but I was seeing other things. I was seeing other things.
I got drunk when I was 21. And it's called a lockup. What does a lockup sound like to you?
Like a lock-in? Like a church lock-in?
No.
Oh, I'm finna say that.
It was a male strip where they lock you in this club. It's called a lockup. So when
A male strip club?
yeah,
And then what they do to you?
they dance on you and stuff. So hold on.
Okay.
21.
Okay.
So my cousin Tammy calls me and says, "Hey, we're going to a lockup." I don't really know what a lockup. I knew what a lockup was after.
Yeah.
So when she comes to pick me up, I got my pajamas on, and she's like, "Where are you going?" Said, "I thought we were going to a lockup." She said, "Not looking like that." So when she goes to describe to me what a lockup is, I'm like, I'm not going to that. Take me somewhere else. So we go to this bar. I drank 3 Long Island iced teas at 21 years old. When I woke up the next morning, my bra was halfway off. My shoe was somewhere else. One of them was in the bed with me. One of my pant legs was on, and my panties was completely off.
What happened? What was you doing?
Thank God.
That was in the lock-in?
It's a lock up.
You were in the lockup?
I didn't go to the lockup. I went to a bar and got drunk.
Okay.
But I was with my sister and my cousin, so, nothing happened. But I don't know.
You were trying to you were trying to go to bed.
How do you get your panties off with one of your pant legs
just
still in?
Rushing. I don't even know.
I had
visual
a
just
knot
came in my head.
on my forehead. They said I sneezed and hit the table. Hit the table. So it was, yeah, we make bad decisions. You got something to tell me?
The size matters.
Does size matter? Does size matter? No. No. Let me tell you a story. I have been with a man that was not big at all. But honey, when I tell you he knew how to put it down. When I tell you he knew how to put it down. He knew how to put it down.
But he was at least average, right? I mean,
I don't even know if he was average.
smaller than average?
Yeah. but he was working the middle. He worked the middle. Like, call me when you get home. Make sure you got home safe. The size matter?
Yes.
Does it, Stephanie? Really? I never took you as that. Why does size matter? Why do you think?
Why you never took me as that?
I just didn't.
From my experience, I have not experienced that. But size matters because you can hit things that, you can
That you didn't know
reach
was
places. Yeah.
And you don't think you could do that with something average?
If they know what they're doing.
See?
If they know what they're doing, I'm sure.
See, I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, I really do. I think that, especially if he's a professional.
Yeah.
Some of them are professionals because they know. So let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. Do you think they know that they're not big?
If you don't know, you fake.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because I had a conversation and they made it seem like they're all big. You know what I'm saying? Like they're thinking that they're all big.
Maybe they're just all comfortable with what they got, and I don't know. But I don't know how could you not know? But I'm not a man, so I don't know.
Think they're delusional. They're wanting to be big and they're not.
I think there's some like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. If you had to marry one of your friends, who would you choose and why?
I would marry you. Because you're like me. And I think that would be a good marriage. We would get along.
I swear to God, I was thinking that. I was like, can I marry Stephanie? Like, is that what that means? Yes, I would marry you. Draw a card.
Okay.
I'm
gonna do an icebreaker.
Okay.
But before I do this icebreaker, at what age do we stop fighting in these streets?
You just throwing in random questions.
Just random.
What age do we stop fighting in these streets?
I think self-defense at any age.
Right. I agree.
Because somebody made you mad, or somebody's doing something you don't like, or somebody said something you don't. If it got everything to do with feelings.
So let me ask you this then.
What about cussing somebody out?
Well, I think a good cussing out is due even when you're in your 70s because,
I love a good cuss out from somebody else.
Yeah, 70s because I can't even say 70 because you're trying to get to heaven. So you need to kind of get humble and, try to do right.
At least by 70, humble yourself.
Yeah, because cussing out, sometimes you just got to turn to the other cheek. 70, you might get hit by a bus the next day and then you done did something horrible like that.
Or he might give out on you.
Let me ask you this. What is a good age to stop wearing booty shorts?
I think in your 40s. Okay, you say booty shorts, cheeks out?
Cheeks out.
Okay.
Cheeks out, belly shirt.
I'm going to say 40s. Well, I'm going to say this. If it has something to do with your job, let's say you got
work at Hooters?
Yeah, you got your platform or you just got to take pictures like that. This, definitely not when you just got holding your child hand and you got your cheeks out and stuff like that. But I think 40s.
40s?
Yeah, because let's say you go out in your 30s and it's a freaknik party. You ain't gonna let your cheeks out?
I'm not gonna let my cheeks out at all at any age.
You're not?
No. Stephanie, you let your cheeks out, didn't you?
Back in the day. Back in the day.
I tell you, I'm learning a lot of stuff about you tonight.
Back in the day, I did.
Okay, let's see. What about me is hardest for you to understand?
I don't understand how you give trust after being hurt. I know I ask you this. How do you trust somebody after they hurt you?
This is what I will say. I think I'm able to trust after I've been hurt because of the healing that I go through. I don't jump from relationship to relationship to relationship. I actually take time to evaluate the relationship that I was in, what happened, how did it happen, and I heal from it. And healing means I cry. I do. I cry. I talk about it, but I allow time to run its course. And it's like bleeding out. And then after you bleed out, and then the scab comes, and then the scab falls off, and then you're left with the scar. And you look down at it and you say, I remember when this happened.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hurt anymore.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. I got it. This is so good. Do you know I was angry with you?
When?
When we worked at Dallas.
Okay.
So I couldn't understand. The hardest thing for me to understand was why you didn't leave sooner.
Okay.
Because I had watched them put people over you. I had watched them do underhanded things to you. I had watched that. And never did you fold. You continue to stay. You continue to be loyal. That's why I say you're loyal by default. And I couldn't understand why you never said, the hell with it.
Yeah.
You don't get the right to treat me like this.
Yeah. I will say, I still feel my reasons then is the same reasons now.
Okay.
That was like my first job out of medical school, out of MA school. And like you said, I'm loyal by default. And I went through some bad times. Like I had my miscarriages when I worked at that job. One of my miscarriages I had when I was working there. And the amount of love that I received from people, the doctors, the staff, it wasn't always what you came in and saw.
Right.
So the love and the experience and what I learned there, I was so grateful to everything that I learned there, and the love and the appreciation I got from people there, that I just knew that if I would have left when I did, they wouldn't have had the right people there to keep them going.
Okay.
And I know it shouldn't have been my job, but because I'm loyal by default, I just couldn't walk away and be like, F y'all, I don't care what happens, because I care.
Right.
I cared about them. And I know at the end of the day, business is business, but I am able to tell when someone truly cares about me. And there was people there that truly cared about me. Okay. So
I get it.
Yeah.
I hated you for that.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I wanted to just shake you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad we got that out the way.
Okay. Okay.
I'm scared.
Name a wish that has come true for you.
This podcast. This podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I dreamed of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny that me and the girl that does my hair, we talked about it today. And I almost, so many times we allow fear to talk us out of things. Mm-hmm. And then I thought, everybody's doing it. There's not enough room.
Right.
There's not enough room for 4 journeys.
Right.
What am I going to do? Where are we going to have a place in this app?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I came and talked to you about it. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
And I was scared. I was really, really scared. And I was fearful that it couldn't happen, that I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting here and we're doing it.
We're doing it.
So I take it in stride and just, I hope for the best. And it's a wish for me that is most definitely unfolding before my eyes. And I'm so grateful to God for it. I'm so grateful to you. I'm so grateful to Danitra and Devin and Bree. So I just, it's like God orchestrated it exactly the way it was supposed to go. That's when you know it's meant to be exactly the way that it is. And people just fell in place. It just happened.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I would say 2 things for me.
2.
One was after being baptized, I was like, I really want to encounter the Holy Spirit. Like I want to feel Him. I want to feel God. And I had that experience. I was in the car. I don't know where I was coming from, but I was in my car. My daughter was in the car. I was listening to some worship music, and I'm just singing away. And then all of a sudden, I just start feeling these. I can't even explain it. I was just crying. I don't even know how I made it home. But I know when I was encountering the Spirit because tears were just coming down my eyes. And it was just this like a feeling I could not explain. Second thing was another time I was in my car and I was praying and I was talking to God and I was like, God, I just want to be able to, I don't know how you're going to do it. I don't know if I ever come out of the place that I am at. I don't care if I stay feeling the way I'm feeling for the rest of my life, feeling stuck or whatever I was feeling at that time. But I just want to be able to let some other woman know she does not have to feel stuck. Even if I can't talk myself out of it, even if I can't get through it, I want to be able to tell some other woman that she can. Like, this doesn't have to be your life. You don't have to settle. Like, I want to be that voice for somebody. I want to be able to tell somebody that. And we're doing it.
Dog.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. Absolutely.
Doing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it.
If you had access to the black market, what would you buy?
What is it?
In the black market, they sell things that they ain't supposed to sell.
Like what? What do they sell?
Like whales and stuff, camels, just stuff they're not supposed to sell.
A panther.
A live one or a dead one? I don't think you can sell a live one unless it's for the zoo. But I'm pretty sure a live one's on the black market.
I want the live one.
The live
baby. I want a baby. I want him to grow up in the home with me.
Okay.
Yeah, a baby.
A baby one?
Yeah. Can I have that? Who thought of that?
I don't know. I really don't want nothing they got in the black market.
Everything sounds dangerous.
I can't think of nothing good. What details do you know about the day you were born?
Oh, that's like the best one. So, this is a funny story. It's in the whole world. So, my mother went into a coma for a couple of days. She died. Okay. And she was originally going to name me Cherie Natasha Day. Well, because she was in a coma in La La Land, my dad decided that he was going to name me. So he named me Valentine Day. Well, thank God the birth certificate hadn't gotten there and they put it on and signed it and whatever. And so when my mom finally came to, she says, what did we have? And he's like, a little girl. And she says, well, what did you name her? And he said, I named her Valentine Day. And mama said, she looked at him and said, you can't name her Valentine twice. He said, why? She's my first girl and she's my heart.
Aww.
Isn't that precious? So they ended up naming me Von Trail Valentine Day. Ta-da!
And there you were.
And here I am. Tell me.
I was supposed to be born, I think January 6th or 7th. So I came a little early on New Year's Eve. I really don't remember much of what she said. I do remember her telling me that I was supposed to. She thought I was a boy. And my name was gonna be Steven.
So you just gonna have the S name anyway,
I think I was gonna have the S name anyway.
Okay.
And I was supposed to be born like January 6th or 7th, but I came early. Came on the 31st.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I think that sounds good.
Yeah. That's good enough.
Yeah. I mean, either way, you would have been a Capricorn. You'd have been great. So
either way.
Yeah.
The GOAT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What is a valuable lesson you've learned from the previous generation? I think that's a good question. Am I your previous generation?
No.
No.
No. What I've learned from my previous generation. Time heals all things. In time. Given a little bit of work. I think that's what I've learned more than anything else from the previous generation.
I think I learned to have patience.
Really?
Because I can't remember where I heard this from, but everything in life takes time.
Absolutely.
And a lot of the time, we want things instantly.
Instant gratification.
We don't want to wait on things. We don't want to wait on relationships to heal. When we're pregnant, we want to wait, but we're like, I can't wait to see what the baby's gonna look like. I can't wait.
I'll push this
I can't
baby
wait.
out.
We don't. We're so ready for now. We're so ready to get the thing that we know we're going to get right when we know we're going to get it. The thing that I learned from the previous generation is patience, because when I think of previous generations, I think of people that are older than me.
Yep.
And a lot of Black people didn't have no choice but to wait.
Right.
So they learned patience, and getting something was rewarding when you got it.
Right.
You know, in the process of getting it, it was a process, and it was enjoying the journey of getting it, because in the end it was rewarding. So that's what I've learned: patience.
I think that's perfect.
Valuing time.
Valuing time.
I think that's a good way to end it.
I think it is. This was our 5th episode.
Yes.
Thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for subscribing and commenting and just being there. We're still growing.
Yep.
We're still learning. Send a comment and say what you do like, what you don't like, what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear. And we look forward to seeing you soon with the next episode, which is 6.
Yep.
And Danitra will be back.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm
Thanks
Valentine.
for watching. I'm Stephanie.
Good night.
Enjoy the journey.
Enjoy the journey.